Top 10 Most Powerful Public Speaking Books. Many people will rather miss out on great opportunities because they can't speak in public. That's natural. Many people have that. But you can't stay in your shell forever. At some point, you will need to break out and take the limelight. Many books could help you get to this point. As the title suggests, we will share 10 of the most powerful public speaking books with you. 10. Public Speaking for Authors, Creatives, and Other Introverts by Joanna Penn. Joanna Penn does not know the incredible service she has done to the world by launching this book. When you publish a book, your agents will spend time trying to get you on interviews to market them. You will have to continue to interact with people and make noise about your book for sales. Now imagine if you were unable to do any of it because you have a fright for public speaking. Yes, that may not be ideal for the kind of job that you are in. The same goes for other creatives like artists, directors, models, and many more. For people who may be introverted, the book addresses your problems too. This book takes public speaking to the lowest part and teaches all the tricks to overcome the terror. There are marketing tips in the book for all those who may need them as well. 9. Public Speaking. How to destroy social anxiety, develop self-confidence, improve your persuasion skills, and become a master presenter by James W. Williams. Sometimes you want to deal with more than the fear. You probably have a vocal challenge or some diction problems. Many people talk about overcoming a stutter and becoming an eloquent orator, but nobody tells you how. This book, however, the author, Williams, has a positive attitude that urges you to try the things he prescribes. Nobody was born a great orator is the message of this book. Some people may have been born naturally more charming and charismatic, but everyone learns to speak well. This book is filled with many refreshing pieces of advice shared with a consistent can-do attitude. You will be motivated to do more as soon as you get into this book. It has a natural charm, but it also gets the job done. 8. Women Seen and Heard. Lessons Learned from Successful Speakers by Lois Phillips and Anita Perez Ferguson. The world is not an easy sight for women. Women have it hard in all aspects of life. In public speaking, it is no different. Women public speakers are held to an unattainable standard than their counterparts of the other gender. However, many women have stood and continue to stand in those standards and still beat the odds to gain prominence. These women have their stories documented in this book that offers insight into women and public speaking. The women whose stories are shared in the book give real-life accounts of how they succeeded despite all the hurdles. The book is inspirational and has lessons for all public speakers, not just women. Women from different backgrounds share the lessons, so you will find someone to whom you will relate. 7. The 3-Minute Rule. Say less to get more from any pitch or presentation by Brant Pinvick. Veteran film producer and television director Brant Pinvick has one of the most influential public speaking books. The Canadian is a Hollywood success story, selling more than 300 shows and movies, manages a large production company, and creates his own production network. But what will 20 years as a renowned producer give you in the experience field? Pinvick uses his book to teach about the winning pitch. For someone who has pitched hundreds of shows, you can trust his judgments. He teaches about being efficient with time when pitching and dropping information to be remembered. The plan is to let the one who listens to you enjoy your pitch so much that they can explain it to the next person. This involves not boring them and also not overburdening them with information at once. The rest of the tricks are available in the book for your reading pleasure. Once you master the 3-minute rule, you can start practicing it with your friends. 6. Resonate, Present Visual Stories That Transform Audiences by Nancy Duart. You have failed if you finished your presentation and it did not move people to self-motivation. The speaker's ability to connect and drive their audience to action is what makes them an excellent public speaker. This book teaches that art. Duart makes the connection that writing a presentation is like creating a documentary. The book teaches you to use the best storytelling techniques, make the audience become the heroes in the story, and implement purposeful action in your presentations. An audience getting transformed is the work of a presentation that resonates with them. 5. The Public Speaking Playbook by Terry Qual Gamble and Michael W. Gamble. The Public Speaking Playbook is the best public speaking book for students. The book covers many topics and explains them in detail. The fundamentals of public speaking are tackled on an individual basis in this book. There are several activities to try out after you practice a chapter. Since it is a student's textbook, the authors teach the concept of playing fair. They explain what ethics and civic engagements are when it comes to public speaking. This book is exceptional with its learning modules and active practice frameworks. You should get it if you are a student of public speaking. 4. Confessions of a Public Speaker by Scott Burkhan. The confessions by Scott Burkhan are funny and precise. You will be intrigued by the inside information you are getting from him while still learning a lot. If you are into public speaking and want an inside perspective on the industry, trust Burkhan to offer the most detailed yet. When you read the book, you become aware that public speaking isn't magic. It is a practical tool that is mastered over time and many years of practice. You will also get the scoop of how to work a tough crowd, ways to turn things around when they go south, and picking up on body language, so you don't bore people. These techniques are handy and directly involved in the trade. The book is fascinating and entertaining. You haven't read a public speaking book. This is hilarious. 3. Talk Like TED: The 9 Public Speaking Secrets of the World's Top Minds by Carmine Gallo. The art of persuasion never goes out of style. Why are many people tied to a series where people tell them their stories? Carmine Gallo explores the primary elements that make TED Talks so widely acclaimed. He used the research from hundreds of TED Talks and how they were impactful to arrive at the 9 secrets of the world's top minds. He explores the dynamism of some of the best speakers on the series and what made their speeches profound. He also interviewed some of these people to get a deeper understanding of their thought processes. The author's research also included data from communications experts, psychologists, and neuroscientists to add credence to his discovery. According to the world's top minds, Gallo's 9 Public Speaking Secrets is a necessary read for those who want to speak on a larger scale. 2. How Your Story Sets You Free by Heather Box and Julian Massey McQueen. Storytelling is a vital part of public speaking. Every public speaking opportunity is a storytelling avenue in disguise. People are drawn to a moral story rather than a dry speech made with bullet points and explanations. So, for example, if I told you about all these books with stories that involve characters, you would have had proper imagery. Storytelling in the corporate world is a shift from the norm. But what makes the TED Talk shows so prominent? They are all storytelling. Using a story builds your speech into parts. You have the start, a middle, and a finale that takes the audience on a journey. Your story is going to set you free if you told it right. To find this book and learn the best way to tell your story, it needs to be heard. 1. Speak with no fear. Go from a nervous, nauseated, and sweaty speaker to an excited, energized, and passionate presenter by Mike Acker. When you get into this book, it takes you on a journey like none other. Acker is a mesmerizing author who draws you in with his words and calls to action. The book focuses on nervous speakers and improving their confidence. He recommends practical steps to build your confidence. When you start as a public speaker, you need to embrace your uniqueness and build off it. While this might be difficult, learning to focus on your style and developing it to the best form will always beat repeating other people's styles. The book talks about a differentiated voice. This is building your voice from the nervous and shaky place until it continuously becomes something that people listen to. The impact of this book on anxious speakers and their activities has been phenomenal. The techniques that also help to redirect the speeches when they go off have saved lives. You should read this book at all costs. Speaking in public should not be an uphill task if you read any of these books. They will help you find your footings and steadily push you to attain public speaking excellence. The books will help both beginners and public speakers who want to improve on the craft. What are your goals for reading about public speaking? What tips do you have that could help anyone who is yet to start the journey? Please share your comments with us. We appreciate hearing from you.